Welcome everybody. Okay, so we missed out the other day. Busy catching up on some readings for clients, of course. So that's all done, but also taking care of me, of course, which is super important. But I also got 2 decks in the mail, 2 tarot decks. So I got Swagatam Tarot, which is an Indian deck, which is really cool, which I've started to look at, started to sort of dive deep into, especially if you're looking at the Ko-Fi pages. You'll see the links each day as we sort of explore this deck a little bit, just to sort of get to know it. It's a little different. And I also got the Arthurian Tarot too. Hi, all about Maine. Hi, Jaden. How are you? And FN, welcome. So I was just talking about the 2 new decks that I got in Swagatam Tarot, which you'll see a video, lots of videos on, and the Arthurian Tarot, which I'm starting to sort of just arrived in last night. So I've got to work on that one yet. All right, so everybody, I just don't want any questions. Just give me a minute yet. Just doing the list. It just takes a minute. I sort of was just sort of saying this new deck. Hi, Bart. No reading for you today. Okay, no worries. So we've got Divine Feminine, You Wonder, Dune, Violet, Aquamarie, All About Maine, Jaden, and FN. Okay, it's not going to be a long session today. I'm actually got a lot of things to do, a lot of things to catch up on, a lot of things to do. So busy as always, but I just wanted to sort of just introduce. I've got the Swagatam Tarot, which is a new deck I'm still working on, haven't sort of used it really for any readings, and same with the Arthurian Tarot that arrived last night, sort of got that as well. So everybody's at it. I've got Divine Feminine, Ye Wonder, Dune and Violet, Aquamarie, All About Maine, Jaden, and FN. So everybody's added to the list that's come in. It's not going to be a long today. It's going to be quite short. So I'll let you know when I'm ending soon. So this is the list. So I only want questions from Divine Feminine, Ye Wonder, and Dune. Okay? Those first 3. When those 3 are done, then I'll do Violet, Aquamarie, All About Maine. Then I'll do Jaden and FN. Okay, so let me just put these away, because these decks I'm not using at the moment, because I'm still haven't really looked at them. But I just wanted to sort of say they're my new ones that came in this month, yet to be explored. I've no idea what the suits, how to work with the suits or anything like that. And the Swagatam Tarot actually has an extra suit called Smoke, which is about ether. So, Feminine, Divine Feminine, You Wonder, and Dune, if you're all still here, I need your questions. Okay. Whew. Hi, Lady Kapira. How are you? Yes, I'll add you to the list. You'll be after FN. Just Divine Feminine and You Wonder. I'm just waiting for your questions. If you don't type your questions in, I can't answer them. So just, hi, Aldonna. Yes, you'll be after Lady Kapira. Who's after FN? Yep, I saw your question, Dune. So I'll start with yours. Oh, okay. You're going to re-know in about 30 minutes. Oh, okay, Lady Kapira. No worries. Yeah, this is going to be a fairly short one today. So I'm just waiting for people to post their questions. Right, so I'll start with Dune because they've already posted their question. So I'm waiting for Divine Feminine and You Wonder. And then Violet, Aquamarine. Right, how will my economy be next year? So you want to know about your finances and things. Let's use the waterfall tarot, stars and moon. Okay, so I was just asking for divine feminine, you wonder. Violet and Aquamarine, you wonder. Thank you. How will my economy be next? Yeah, if you post your question and just post it once. Okay, Dune, how will your economy be next year? Okay, economy. Okay, with the Ace of Swords, it's about clarity. It's about being clear about your intention in regards to your finances. Let go of fear. With the Nine of Wands here, it's very much about perseverance. Keep going, being able to sort of, don't worry too much. Just have this understanding in how you're going to deal with your finances. Okay, I think it's really up to you have free will in regards to your economy and in regards to your finances and how much you do and things like that. There's going to be a lot of influences that could change that situation, and that's part of the understanding. It's about letting go of the fear in regards to your finances, your economy, your money. Okay, it's about letting go of that fear and just doing what you need to do to save, have that understanding in how you can save the money, have that sense of clarity about what you can do to keep going with your finances. That's going to be super important here. So it's about letting go of that fear, letting go of what could be, and just focus on what's now. What are you going to do now, which is important to create a positive economy for you. It's all about what you can do to create that positive, to have the sense of clarity, to be able to let go of fear and just focus on the now, and that's going to build. You can't just let things slide. You've got to, what actions are you taking right now to improve your economy? It's all about the actions that you take right now. Okay. You wonder. Yep. Let's see what the angels have to say. Okay, general reading for you, wonder. Yes, Miss Phenomenal, I'll add you. Get away. A general reading for you, wonder. Okay, Queen of Swords. Very much about nurturing your plans and ideas, having that sense of focus in what you can do for you. It's very interesting. It's very much about your mind, your thoughts, your intellect, your sense of having this ability to analyze what's important to make the decisions that you actually need. So it's very important about standing. I get a sense of like standing in your own thoughts and being able to sort of nurture your plans and ideas and where you want to be, and being able to sort of analyze and think about what's the best plan of action to take. It's all about taking those plans and being able to do that, to be able to nurture that idea, that intuition. Trusting your own intuition is super important here as well, to be able to make the decisions that you really need to do for you. It's really important to just focus on yourself. Focus on your decisions, on what's important to you. That's really important here. Okay. So let's have a look what's on the list. This is a current list that I was doing. Marie, right. Let's do you. So if you're on that list, make sure your question's in. And then I'll do the next list after that. I'm just doing this list at the moment, so I'm just doing everybody that's on the list I'm in. Let's have a look at the Magical Nordic. Will I be able to go back to school? So what's going on here? What's happening with school? Shit. What's happening with school this year? Whew, okay. The Hierophant, definitely some education. Okay, so that's to me is like a yes. There will be some challenges, but it's how you choose to overcome those challenges that are going to make a big difference. Yes, it's possible for you to go back to school with the Hierophant here. Very much about education here. Very strongly about an institute, definitely about going back to school. So yes, you go back to school, but it's all about the challenges. It's all about having that sense of faith within oneself to overcome the challenges that come into play here. Violet, can you make sure your question's in, please? I just asked if you can type your question in. Thank you. So, yeah, will you be able to go back to school? Yes, definitely, but there will be some challenges. There will be some things that you need to overcome, and it's how you choose to overcome them that's going to make a big difference. Right. Okay. If you're on this list, can you please make sure your question's in? Okay? If you type your question in, I can do your reading. Jaden? When are things going to improve? Let's do the Oceanic Tarot. When are things going to improve? So what's going to happen? How can you improve your life? Oh, thanks, Lady Kapira. I got it from a local company here in New Zealand called KR Magic. I think they import their tapestries, and they've got a few tarot cloths. So this was one of them. This is the other color in it, and there was a black as well. When are things going to improve in your life? Okay, improving life. Okay, it's all about looking at your options that are available. You've got choices in what you can do. Look at what you're juggling and look at your priorities. That's what's going to make things go. And I know things are weighing you down, but it's that commitment to your work. I know things are a little heavy. There's a lot of things going on in your life, juggling a lot of stuff, but it's all about when you choose to work out what your priorities are. Take a breath and work out. Yep. It's all about when you choose. It's all about your decisions. Okay. Things can only improve when you make the decision within yourself to make the changes that are necessary. Okay, it's your responsibility, Jaden. Things are not going to improve until you take action, until you work out what's important. You've got to make the changes in your life. Things are not going to be handed to you, Jaden. Okay? We all have a responsibility in our own life to make the changes that are necessary. Okay? We've got to take it's about taking responsibility for yourself. That's super important here, Jaden. Things are only going to improve when you make the changes that you need to do, when you work out what your priorities are. Things are not going to improve until you make those changes. Otherwise, the same old stuff. Things are going to continue to be heavy. Things are going to be, if you just keep trying to juggle things without trying to, things are just going to weigh heavy on you, and things are not going to change. But if you want change, then you've got to take responsibility by looking at what your priorities are. What's the first step you can do? Ask for help. Maybe you can ask for help. Ask for someone to help you in a situation to deal with whatever's going on in your life. Okay, it's your responsibility to take action, Jaden. No one else's responsibility but your own, and what you choose to do and how you can make the changes. Ask for help. Ask for someone to help you. Okay, so I did you wonders reading. Marie. So divine feminine. Violet. She wants what's coming towards you generally. And then FM. You're welcome. Right, Oceanic, what's coming towards you? The Crystal Power Tarot. Sorry. What's coming towards you? Let's have a look. What's coming towards you, Violet? Let's have a look. Oops, what have we got? Queen of Wands feels very much about nurturing your creativity, nurturing your passions. Oh, interesting. Creative energy. Feels like with having the Queen of Wands and the Empress here, I get a very creative energy. I think it's very much about a creative project coming into play, creating a sense of abundance and prosperity in your life. Okay, so what does it actually say here? I create what I choose naturally with joy and with joy. It's rhodonite. This one, I am naturally creative. Yeah, I'm getting a very creative energy for you. It's very much about having that sense of abundance. Interesting, because I'm getting a lot about the how you choose to digest your experiences, which is going to be really important here. How you choose to digest your experiences makes a big difference to that creative flow that you have within you. So I feel like you've got a creative project coming in. It's coming into fruition. Feels like it's growing and developing in a huge way. So it feels like you've got a creative project that's coming into play here, and it's going to create a lot of abundance and prosperity. So yeah, Violet feels very creative for you. Very, very creative energy. A lot of stuff growing and developing. Right. Okay, so that's all done. Just waiting for or FN. Right, next lot I'll do is okay, the next one, a lot of questions I want from Eldonna. Oh, all about Maine I didn't do a reading for. All about Maine. That's who I was waiting for a question from. And Eldonna. Eldonna, Ms. Phenomenal. And then I'll do Mirror. What are your ex's feelings towards you? Right, let's do the Rider Tarot. So what's going on with Leo? Don't know why you want to know what your ex is. What's going on with your ex? What does the future hold for you guys? What's Leo's intentions for you? What's going on here? Okay, what's going on? Okay, basically he's looking for new beginnings. He's moving on to new beginnings. He's trying to work out what his priorities are and where he's headed. Okay, there's no clear picture here about that there's no romance or there's nothing positive energy. It just feels like he's looking forward. He's just looking at stepping into a new world, stepping into new possibilities here. Feels like he's juggling a lot of stuff going on in his life. He's busy. He's being pulled in different directions. He's got a lot of stuff going on here. So he's trying to find out what his priorities are, what's important to him. There's a bit of an emotional stuff going on here. It feels like he's in a bit of a storm within himself. So I do feel like there's a lot of stuff going on in his own life, and he's not really thinking and feeling about you. He's busy with his own stuff. He's looking towards his own journey and where he's headed into his own stuff. It's not about you at all. It feels like he's very much, I get the sense of him moving on with his new beginning, new things. So he's actually not, I feel like he's just got a lot of stuff going on with his own life and starting off in his own stuff going on. Right, FN, let's have a look. All about Maine. So I didn't know if you'd done a reading. Okay, Divine Feminine. I'm still waiting for your question. You Wonder, I did. Dune, I did. Violet, Marie. So I'm waiting, and I've done Jaden and FN. So all about Maine. So let's do up this next free list. Hold on. Ms. Phenomenal. Then I'll do Tasty one. Oh, good. Divine. Thank you, Divine Feminine. Cool. I've got that question. Now I've got your question. Brilliant. I'll do that. Right, thank you. Right. Wonder if there's going to be a reconciliation. What's going on with this relationship? Let's do that. Dragon Tarot here. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, the first card we've got here is Knight of Swords. Don't rush into anything. Okay, you got the Knight of Swords. It says don't rush into anything. Don't rush in. Don't rush in. It's time to look. You got the Hanged Man here. So it's important that you look at what you'll be sacrificing with the reconciliation. You need to be careful. You need to think about things before rushing into it. Okay, so that's very very important to look at. Don't rush into things. Time to look at things from a different angle, a different perspective. Just take your time. Don't rush. Take a breath. You need to sort of think about what's important to you, to your own journey. You need to don't rush into it. Just take your time. I think you need to do some really, I feel like there's a lot of deep thinking to do, which is certainly important here. Okay, so straight away, first card was the Knight of Swords. Don't rush into it. Just make sure you've got a chance to sort of think about things, which is super important before you take action. Right. Claire, I'll have to do you after. I'll have to see what the timing's like, because I'm only on for a short time. So, and this is what I'm doing next. So so Aldonna, I think, wanted. I don't know what Aldonna typed in what she wanted. Oh, All About Maine. So I didn't know where All About Maine was. Waiting for a question from All About Maine as well. I did see hello. Right. Aldonna. Sorry. Aldonna. And Rhonda. It'll just depend on timing, because I'm not on for very long today. Just depends on timing. So I'm going to do Miss Fina. I'm just doing what I can. Can you expect anything from R for Valentine's Day? Let's do the Victorian Steampunk Tarot. Hi, Mary. Just depends on timing. I'm sorry to say I'm not on for very long today. If you do want a reading, you can also check out Ko-Fi as well. Check out the pinned link. Don't forget. What can I expect from R for Valentine's Day? Oh, okay. What, if anything? I'm not being what. We've definitely got King of Bees. King of Bees is a sense of a lot of analyzing over the situation. There's a lot of thought going into it, a deep thinker, thinking about something. there's a lot of challenges. A lot of, I feel like there's a interesting, a sense of unsure with the money, the prosperity. It feels like there's a sense of feeling a little bit poor, feeling like they don't have enough. They're thinking about it, but they don't feel like they've got enough money, is what I'm getting here. They don't feel like they've got enough for what they want to get, or what they want to give, or what they feel. I feel like they're a bit broke, to be honest. I feel like there's a lot of thinking about it, but they're broke, or they just don't feel like they've got enough. It just feels like this with the 5 of beetles. It's like the 5 of coins, 5 of pentacles. Is that sense? I'm just getting a little bit of poor me. I'm not, I just don't have that finances. So thoughts about it. So I don't feel like you're going to actually, I don't feel like, I think he's so worried about the money side of things that he's not going to give anything. He's thinking about it, but he's so worried about the money side of things. I just don't feel like it's going to be anything. So I wouldn't hold your breath. Put it that way. I wouldn't hold your breath at this stage. At this stage. It's this energy. Right, Aldona. General. Let's do the Tarot of the Divine. Okay, you're here. 9 of coins. Okay, 9 of coins is that sense of there's a gain. There's some things to be gained by just taking care of yourself, taking some time out for yourself. It's just super important here. 4 of cups. Yeah, I get a lot about just taking some time to breathe. Aldona, take a moment to breathe. And I mean sit in silence, being able to sort of, I get with the 9 of coins and the 4 of cups, I'm getting a very sort of solitude type of energy. It's super important here to be able to just take a breath, to be able to sort of take some time out for yourself. And that's going to be part of the game, being able to be aware of what's going on around you, being able to just even though you're alone and you're sitting in silence and you're just having that moment to breathe, it's also being very important to be aware of what's actually happening around you as well. And that's part of the attainment, the gain that's possible for you, that preparation to receive what's necessary here, being able to sort of create a sense of stability within your emotions. Is very important here too. I'm getting the sense of just having this sense of stability is super important here. So yeah, tip from there. Hi everybody that's come in. I'll try. I'm on limited time today. Things are a little bit squeezy, so yeah. So I'm just trying to do the readings I've got on the list. So I've got Mirror is next. Right, so let's have a look. Mirror. Okay, let's do the Waterfall Tarot. Interesting. So we get a sense of things ending. It's going to allow things to actually end fully and to have a breakthrough and understanding. So D will react as that the fact is that there's going to be an ending to whatever's going on in their life, and it's going to bring a sort of a breakthrough and understanding, a sense of moving forward on something new. So it's an ending to bring something new into their life. Okay, so that's what will happen, is that something will end so that something new can arrive, is what basically is what it's about. It's about things being final, things clearing, things releasing, letting go, and then that sense of new beginnings. So they'll create new beginnings, new possibilities. Okay, so I'm starting about tasty one. Oh, that's brilliant. Sorry, tasty one, I hadn't read your message. Wow. Wow. Awesome. That's brilliant. That's awesome. That's brilliant. Okay. So, right, next. Okay, so All About Maine hasn't done a reading. So I don't know what happened with All About Maine. And then I've got Clear. Right, so let's do the next few. I've got a few more minutes, so let's do Clear. Are still here. And Rhonda. Okay, so now I'm up to Clear, Rhonda, Mary Wilson, right. And then I've got On Maria. And I am always me. Okay. Okay, so that's the last of them there. I'm going to do Clear, Rhonda, Mary. So I'll do Clear, Rhonda, Mary Wilson, On Maria, and I am always me. Okay, so I'll do your last readings. Right, so Clear. Let's have a look. So Clear, Rhonda, Mary Wilson, On Maria, and I'm always me. And I know if I've missed you for some reason, just give me a moment. Ooh. Right, so I want Clear, Rhonda, Mary Wilson, On Maria, and I'm always me. So if you're in chat, make sure you've typed your question in, and then I can flick in. If you're still here, please let me know. And just type in your question. Right. I'm going to do whoever's questions come up first will be what I do. So if you type your question in, make sure then I can, that's the only way I can do it. So make sure you've typed your question in, please. Okay, I'm going to do the field tarot. Oops, I don't want that gilded. I'm sure there's a third party. Okay, so you want to move on. So what's going on? So let's have a look. Oh, interesting. Definitely a third party. There's definitely somebody else going on in the picture. So it's all about, I'm getting justice here. I'm getting a sense of finding a sense of equilibrium with yourself. So how are you going to move on from that heartbreak, that sorrow, that stuff? It's definitely with the Three of Swords, a third party just says me there's a third party. Yep, there's a third person going on in the whatever's going on with the relationship. So it's time to get a sense of balance in your own life. Look at the truth and the facts of the situation and move forward. It doesn't matter who the third party is. Basically, it's time for you to make a sense of finding your own balance, find your own clarity in the situation. Look at the truth, the facts of what's actually going on. Is okay, there's somebody else. It's time for me to move on. It doesn't matter who that third party is. It's time for me to take care of myself. Time for me to find my own truth within myself, about creating your own boundaries, being able to have that sense of equilibrium within your own life. It's super important here. I'm actually gonna, I knew there was another card ready to pop out here, so let's have a look at this. Okay, it's time to celebrate your own life, time to find your own connection. It really doesn't matter who the third party is. It's time to move on, time to find that sense of equilibrium within oneself. It's time to celebrate your own life, to be able to find those of like mind, that sense of connection there. Okay, so it's very much about saying, okay, that's it. There's somebody else involved. It's time for me to move on. I'm ready to move on. You've already got that. You're already saying that, Mary, that you're ready to move on. Yeah, it's about celebrating your own life. No use worrying about what other people are doing. Oh, take care, Lady Kapira. Thanks for popping in and saying hello. Appreciate that. Oh, Mira, can I have your question? All I'm looking for a question. So if you haven't typed in a question, I can't answer it. Yep. So it's time to make some new friends time to make some new friends. Time to make some new friends. If you haven't typed in your question, I can't answer it. So that's why I'm just waiting for questions. So if you've been on the list, make sure you've typed in your question. When will Rex contact you? Okay. I'll use the angel messages, angel answers for this. When will Rex contact? When? It's not quite the right time yet. Some things that need to be done. So let's have a look. Actually, it's not quite the right time. Okay, with the Lovers card here, it does talk about a connection, but it also talks about choices needing to be made. It's not quite the right time for Rex to contact you. So there could be some choices that do need to be made. in regards to the situation, but it keeps telling me there is a connection there. Interesting, because you get the Two of Cups as well. So even though it's not quite the right time for Rex to contact you, I get a sense of being patient. Be patient. Just get on with your life. There are some choices that do need to be made, but there's definitely a connection with having both the Lovers and the Two of Cups. Even though it's not the right time just yet, it tells me there's definitely a connection there. But what you do with it is totally up to you. There are some choices yet to be made. So it doesn't feel like it's the right time for him to contact you right now. Right. So I'm just going through and doing everybody's. Look, I'll try and get everyone's questions answered. I can only do so many, but I'll try. Right. Okay. I'm just going through and doing everybody's questions. For typing in your question, brilliant. Thank you. You're welcome. Thanks, Mira. I got your question there. It will be answered. Right. I'm just trying to get everybody's question answered. It's just going to take a moment. Take care, Lady Kapira. So I think she's gone. Everybody's question done. Just give me a moment. What does the person on my mind think of me? So what's going on? Let's use the Gilded Tarot. Oh, it was a pen just went. Okay, so what does A think of you? What does A think of you? What's going on with A? And I'm always me. So what's going on here? 10 more minutes. So I think I'm getting to that ending soon moment. Let me just type in the ending soon. Right, what is the person on my mind? So what does A think of you? What's going on with A? What's happening? What's happening with A? Okay, there's some challenges. There's some battles going on. There's some conflicts within the mind. There's definitely a connection of some sort. There's definitely a connection there, but there is a battle going on. There is some conflict. He's conflicted about what he should do, what they should do. They're conflicted about what they should do, what A should do about you. There's definitely a connection going on there, but they're conflicted for some reason. There does seem to be some confliction in regards on what to do with they're battled within themselves. There's a lot of battles, a lot of conflicts and things going on within themselves in regards what to do. Even though there's that connection with you, there does seem to be some sort of battles or conflicts going on within their own mind. So they're unsure about what to do next, even though there is that connection there. Okay, so next. Now I did. Okay, I'm getting there, Mirror. I am getting there. So you want to know how your husband feels about you. Let's do Deck of Heroes. What are your husband's feelings? Okay, this is very interesting. Okay. Okay. I think he feels like he gives a lot to you. He feels like he's giving a lot of yourself, and you don't know if you appreciate. I feel like a sense of, I don't know why I get this unappreciation. really weird energy. I got a real sort of like your husband's really sensitive. Like he's feeling wounded. He's feeling like he's hurt. I feel like he feels like he gives a lot and he doesn't receive anything in return. I feel like he's quite sensitive to his own, like he's wrapped up in his own world. Yeah, interesting, because I get a lot about him feeling like he's trying to decide what he truly wants in his life. So interesting there. So I get a very sort of like he's quite a wounded soul, put it that way. I feel like he's a wounded soul. I feel like he feels like he gives a lot. He's trying to decide what he truly wants in his life. Yeah, so I just get a feeling like your husband feels like he gives a lot to you, but he doesn't receive anything in return. So I feel like your husband feels like he gives a lot. He gives. Right. You guys got to talk. I think there's a lack of communication in that situation as well. On Maria. Right now, Mirror. Oh, I did that one. Oh, Mirror. How is D reacting to subliminal glow when I do it fully in the future? I did that. I didn't realize I'd done that. Mirror, how did I miss that question? Oh, yes, I did that ages ago. Mirror, I did that reading ages ago. I did your question ages ago, Mirror. Yep, you'll have to go back. I said about things ending, so new beginnings. Yep. So things will. What I got was that you got the Ten of Swords and Ace of Wands. I don't know why I remember that, but I do, which is unusual for me. So I got that sense of that things will end. I feel like D's will find that things will end for them, and that they will have new beginnings. Yeah. No. If you want more details, you're going to have to pay for. Yeah. Quick readings. Yeah. Well, like I said, you got. Oh, yeah. No, if you want to pay for more of a reading, yeah. I've answered your question. I've answered it. You'll keep getting more and more readings. One reading per person. If you want more readings, then you're going to have to donate. Right. So I'm ending soon. So I'm just finishing up now because I'm nearly being an hour. Right. So done those. I've already answered your question, Mirror. I'm not answering another one for you. Don't be greedy. You're not entitled to a free reading. If you want more, you'll have to donate. I'm not doing you. I already answered it. You'll have to go back and have a look. Right. How will my job search go? Oh, this is a good question. So what's going on with the job search? Let's Reiki Tarot. Okay, how will the job search go? Okay. 10 of Pentacles. Wealth and abundance. So it feels like it will eventually be really good, be very positive energy. Feels really positive. There may be a chance for you to rebuild. There might be some disappointments. Overall, it's going to be really good. But along the way, you might have a little bit of disappointment. Things might get shaken up a little bit. But it does give you the ability to build the path that you truly want to go on. Okay? It's important to know that. So overall, it's going to be real balance and prosperity. There will be some challenges, but there might be some disappointments along the way, but it's going to enable you to build the path that you truly want to go on. That's going to be really important here. You're going to have the path that you're going to move forward on. Okay, so that's done. Let's do this one. Okay, you're wanting to know about a future spouse. Well, how can you know about your future spouse current feelings for you? If it's not a current spouse, doesn't really make sense. How do you know he's your future spouse? It really doesn't really make sense. Future spouse, current situation. It doesn't really make sense. Yeah, current situation would be a better. So what do you need to know right now? Okay, what is, you can't have a future spouse in your current situation. You don't know. Doesn't make sense. It does not. This question does not make sense. You're asking about your future, but you're asking about now. It doesn't make sense. You're confusing the energy of the universe. You're very scattered energy here. So what does Kasubi need to know? Yeah, your question doesn't make sense. It tells me that you're going to have success in your life and whatever you choose to do. But no, I cannot. Why do you need to know what your future spouse's characteristics are going to be like? Characteristics. I don't do those type of readings. Why are you so wound up in your future spouse? What do you need to do to reach that space? You're stopping yourself from being in the now. No, I can't describe your future characteristics of you. Because what you're doing is you're blocking off what you need to do for yourself. What about you? What do you need to do to move forward in your life? Whew. It's very heavy energy there. Now I'm finishing up now. So what was the last one here? Let's do this one. What's your question? Yeah, I think you need to think about what you can. Oh, this is a good one. How can I ask? Will I overcome how can I overcome what I'm going through? What are you going through at the moment? Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. This is a great question. Elemental Tarot. What can I do to overcome what's going through Triple X? Well, let's have a look. Overcome what you're going through. What do you need to do? Let's have a look. Okay. First one is Two of Coins. Okay, Two of Coins tells me that you're juggling a lot of stuff going on. So you've got to work out what's your priority. What's important to you? Feels like you're being pulled in different directions. So you've got to decide for yourself. Okay, and that allows you the transformation, the changes. You will go through it. But firstly, you've got to look at what you're actually going through. What are you juggling? Look at what are your priorities? What's important to you? Yes, you'll overcome it. You will go through the transformation. You will go through the changes. So yes, you will. But it's all about what's important to you. Okay? What's important to you? What's important? Okay. I don't know why I got the occult tarot for the last one here. Right, so you want to know okay, is he going to be your future spouse? What's going on here? What's this? Wow, okay. Two cards flew out. Interesting. Okay, with Temperance. Temperance here is about finding a sense of tranquility and peace within your life. Okay, and Nine of Pentacles is about that gain, that attainment. Okay, so it does say that it's possible. It's possible, but you do have to stop worrying about it. Just be in the now. Stop thinking about the future and start living. Stop being excessive. With the Temperance card tells us to be in moderation, to not be in excessive here, to just calm down, take a breath. I think it's really important here just to be able to have that sense of tranquility, peace within your own life, to have that sense of balance here. Okay? So yes, it's possible. With the Nine of Pentacles tells us that there's a gain to it. There is a possibility, but only if you can keep calm and keep relaxed and don't worry too much. Live in the now. Be in the now. Decide what's important right now. Be in the now. Okay, super important to be in the now. Be in the moment. Okay, so that was really about it. I'm just looking at I've really done everyone's reading up to that arrived in the first little bit of time. I really can't do much more. I've got paid clients readings to do now. Yeah, stop overthinking about it. Yep, stop overthinking about it. Okay, I've got paid clients to do now. I've got time to do some work. Time to focus on paid clients. So don't forget. Okay. So that's it from me. It's the end of the chats. I've got to get going. Thanks for being here. Okay, thanks. See you next week, guys. Thanks for being here.